Good morning children. Today we are going to learn new lesson from physics. Lesson number 1, physical quantities and measurement. In this lesson we are going to learn about more quantities, that is about volume and density and how to measure this, and we are also going to learn the difference between the mass and weight, and we are going to learn about how to measure the area of an irregular objects. To measure the region of a closed line, we use some standard formula to find its area. And if it is an irregular shape, how we'll find the area of an irregular objects? Let us see now. To measure an irregular shape of an area, we need to use a graph paper. And this is a graph paper, and a graph paper has a number of parallel lines both horizontally and vertically. Now let us see one small activity to measure the area of an irregular shape. Place a piece of paper or place a leaf on a graph paper and draw its outline. Draw the outline of the leaf with using the pencil. Now we have to find out the area which is enclosed by the outline. So we have to count the number of square boxes which are present inside the outline of the leaf. Count here children, how many square boxes are there? Yes, total number of complete square. Only have to count the complete square here. So totally complete square boxes are 10 are here. Now we have to count the squares which lies partially inside the leaf. Separately count the squares only if it is off or more than off. So the number of squares with off or more than off inside the outline is 7. Using this we are going to find out the area of an irregular shape. Let me see how to find out the area of this irregular shape of the leaf. Here the number of complete squares within the outline, that is within the outline of the leaf, is 10, and the number of squares with off or more than off is 7. So total number of square boxes are there 17. 10 plus 7, 17. The area of each large square is 1 centimeter square. So the area of an irregular shape is, how many square boxes we have counted totally? 17. 10 complete square and 7 half of the square boxes. So totally 17 square boxes are there. It is multiplied by the area of the each large square. So what is the irregular shape of the leaf is 17 centimeters square. And this is the way to find out the area of an irregular shapes. Now we are going to learn how to measure the volume of a solid objects with a regular geometrical shape. With the regular geometrical shape means sphere, cube, cuboid and cylindrical shape which has some regular shape. And these are the formulas were used to find this regular shapes of some solid body. For sphere, to find out the volume of the body, we use the formula 4 by 3 pi r cube. R means it represents radius. And to find the shape of the cube, we use a cube. A means length of each side. So a multiplied a. And to find out the cuboid, we use length into breadth into height. For cylinder, we use the formula pi r square h. H means. Now let us see how to measure the volume of liquids. What is volume? Volume is nothing but, the volume of an object is nothing but it is a space occupied by an object. For example, in your home you will have table. The table occupies some space and the space occupied by the table is called here as volume of the object. Here we are going to see how to measure the volume of liquid. To measure the volume of a liquid, we use an instrument called as containers. By using these containers, we can measure the volume of a liquid. the volume of a liquid which a container can hold. These are the containers, and the containers can hold is called as capacity. Capacity means this 500 ml a container can hold only 500 ml of water or oil. So that is called as capacity. So containers with the fixed capacities are used for measuring the volume of a liquid. These are the containers with fixed capacity. 500 ml, 100 ml, 200 ml, 1000 ml. They are having a fixed capacity. And you may also see that some conical measuring cans are also were used in used to measure the liquids such as kerosene, oil. In oil shop you can see they will use the conical structure of containers to measure the oil. This type of containers what you are seeing in the picture, it is a metal cup with long handles. It is used for measuring milk or some cooking oil, etc. And the containers with fixed capacities cannot used to measure the smaller volumes. For example, a milkman is using 500 milliliter of containers. For example, he want to measure 250 ml of milk, and he used now 200 ml of container, and the remaining for 50 liters he use 100 ml of container. At half of the 100 ml of container he used to fill the milk, and he used to give that. Sometimes it may make an error in measuring like this. So to measure the volume of a liquid with greater accuracy, in labs and all they will use the containers that which has lines to show the measurement. They will use measuring cylinders and measuring cups, measuring test tubes, which will use to measure the volume of the liquid with greater accuracy. Now we are going to see how to measure the volume of an irregular solids. Irregular solid means solid substance. We can measure the volume of an irregular solid by using this method. When a solid is immersed or dipped in the water, it makes the space for itself by displacing the water, or it occupies the space inside the water. By using this, the volume of a water displaced by a solid substance is equal to the volume of a irregular solids. See one small activity how can do this. So to measure the volume of an irregular solid by using the water, we need a measuring cylinder like this. This is called as measuring cylinder. We have to take a measuring cylinder and we have to fill it with water. The water is filled with the beaker A, and it is filled up to 20 ml. So the initial reading of the water is 20 ml, and this is 20 ml is taken as the initial reading of the cylinder. Now take a stone, tie it with some thread and lower it gently into the water till it completely submerged or immersed in the water. Now here the stone occupies some space, so there is a raise in the level of the water. Now measure the volume of the water. Now the volume of the water is 24 ml. So this is taken as final reading. Now we can find the volume of the stone. Final reading subtracted by initial reading. What is the final reading after immersing the stone? 24 ml, and the initial reading is 20 ml. So 24 minus 20 is 4 ml. The 4 ml is the volume of the stone. This is the way we can use to find out the volume of an irregular solid. Thank you children. We'll see the remaining in the next class.